joint stock company. Again, first understand what is meaning of joint stock company. As it is said here, however, before understanding the meaning of joint stock company, let's first discuss. There are three terms: joint stock company. So, company we have discussed in detail just now. So now you know what is meaning of company. So you have now two words: joint stock. Joint means together something. There are 3 4 people, 5 people, 10 people, 50 people, that they are doing something. So joint stock. What is meaning of a stock? It is again something technical that you need to understand. The normal meaning of a stock that I believe you must know, that is something a storing. You have certain number of some items stored in your house. So you say like that, I have the stock, isn't it? Say you have bought the 12 bottles of cold drink. So if someone comes to you and asks for the soft drink, then you say, oh, I have too much stock of soft drink. So you can have any number of bottle, isn't it? So that is a stock. Means you have certain number of things you have stocked in your home. So it's the same meaning. So nevertheless, just check what is the technical meaning of stock. The first meaning, that is the goods or merchandise kept on the premises of a shop or warehouse and available for sale or distribution. See, so you have certain number of items. Say you are in a business, like you are doing a business of bicycle. So in your storeroom, warehouse, or the shop, or whatever the term you use, so in your shop, if there are certain number of bicycles, like 50 bicycles, 100 bicycles, whatever, so what you say, you have the stock of bicycle, है ना? The next meaning, that it is the capital raised by a company or corporation through the issue of and subscription of shares. So that is another meaning of a stock. That is the capital, the amount, the investment that is raised by a company. I believe you must have heard about the share market and all, buying the share, selling the share, and share market is down and all. Gradually, you will understand all these things. So, this is talking about the same thing. So, at this point in time, don't get confused with all those terms, rather, focus on the joint stock company. So, now we understood what is meaning of joint, that is together means there are certain number of people. A stock means something like some items that is in your shop, you stored that, so you have the stock, and the company, that is an association or artificial person or all, etc, etc, that. Okay, now the certain more points that you need to understand at this point in time about the joint stock company, that is, it is voluntary association of persons who generally contributed capital to carry on a particular types of a business. Of course, without the investment, without the capital, how a business can be run, है ना? So that is the saying. But see, another term that you need to focus on, voluntary, means certain number of people on their own, they decided to come to initiate a business, to form a company and run a business. For that, they invested certain amount. Whatever the amount they invested, say there are 7 people, they planned to run a business, so they made a company. So these 7 people, someone invested 50%, someone invested 10%, someone invested say 30%. Likewise, as per depending upon their interest, the different people have invested different amount. Okay, so the amount they invested, that is known as their share. Who invested 50% means 50% of that company's share belong to that person. Who invested 10%, it means the 10% of that company share belong to that person. So it is like this. Okay. Now let's check out the characteristics of the company. That is also feature. The first one is legal formation. It's all those features we have discussed while discussing the company. You can see that legal formation, artificial person, separate legal entity, common seal, perpetual existence, limited liability, democratic management. So we have discussed all these points while discussing the concept of company. Okay. That's why I said at that time that first understand this, only then you would able to understand the further terminologies. But here still one point, that is democratic management, we didn't discuss in our previous slide. That is democratic management, it is saying like that it has to be with mutual agreement. All person or basically all shareholders have the equal right, freedom, and they can share their views and they can run their business with mutual agreement. It's not like someone is dictator and whatever one person is commanding everyone needs to follow that. Not like that. Democratic means it is free in the sense that everyone has the right, everyone has the freedom, everyone has the obligation. So that is shared among all shareholders equally. Okay. So no one is something like ruler in a company. No one is something like boss commanding the other shareholder. So it is a democratic environment. Okay. Now the next point that we need to discuss here, that is examples of joint stock company. As you can see, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Tata Motors, State Bank of India, Reliance Industries Limited. These are the joint stock company because there are number of people who have the share in these companies. So it is joint stock company. I believe you understood the meaning of joint stock company now, or basically something more information that is not given in our syllabus, but for our additional information I would like to discuss that. That is joint stock company additional information. As you can see the heading. So what are those? That is advantage. What are the advantages of a joint stock company? You can see that. Large financial resources. So a joint stock company is supposed to be very large. As you can see in the example, we have seen the State Bank of India, Indian Oil, Reliance Industries. See the financial expansion, the business expansion these companies have. So there is large financial resources normally in a joint stock company. Next advantage is limited liability. We have discussed this point. Every shareholder has the liability but limited to his share in that company. So if company supposed to be having the business getting benefit, then he will get the benefit as per his share. It is not like that he will get the 50%, not at all. Whatever the share he has contributed, he will get the accordingly. Again, if company runs in loss, then again a shareholder will suffer only up to that much as much he contributed in that company. So it's all depend upon the share, how much you hold share in that company. Okay. The last point is large scale production. Of course, this is another advantage of a joint stock company, that it can produce any number, any amount, isn't it? The next one is, that is limitation. Of course, there are certain limitation of a joint stock company. What those limitations are? That is difficult to form, well, to run a company. As we have discussed that one person cannot form a company. So there are certain number of people required to run a company. So it is sometimes very difficult to manage, to think in one line. Okay, because there are different minds, they can think in different ways, isn't it? So on that account it is comparatively difficult, because in a private company or in a partnership or in sole owner, something like you are the authority of your own business, then you don't need to consult with any other person. You can run the way you want. But in a company, every person's viewpoint need to be taken. Next one is excessive governmental control. Of course, there are different rules and regulations that a company needs to follow, because we have studied that contemplation of the law, so it cannot go beyond the legal provision. And of course, government time to time keeps on making different rules and regulations, so you need to follow that. The next limitation is delay in policy decisions and all. Of course, again, these are the points of such type that is understood. Like there are 10 shareholders, 15 shareholders. So, of course, if you want to pass a policy or a decision, then everyone needs to sign on that document. So it will take time, isn't it? The next one is suitability. What does it mean that? Let's check it out. Suitability for large business. Of course, being a sole owner of a business, it is normally difficult to run a business of a large scale. But if it is a company, then it is easy to manage large scale business, isn't it? Because you have the limited liability, because you have the different people to assist you. So this is suitable for the large business. Secondly, suitable for risky businesses. Again, interesting point that if you are sole owner of a business, whatever the loss happen to your business, you are the sole person who is going to suffer. But in a company, it is not only you. All the shareholders will equally responsible. Now come to the our next topic. That is what? Private company.